Welcome back to PodX. This is me, Ayush, Majithia, your host, and I'm really excited to have a new guest. This is the first in-person podcast I'm recording in a very long time. Our guest for today is Anushka Sabharwal. She's a model. She's studying fashion. She was at my school, and I'm really excited to have her. So, Anushka, thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you for having me. This is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about this.
Okay, there's so much to uncover and learn from you. We had this conversation before the podcast, like on call, and there was like so much that I got to learn from her, and I'm excited to learn from her. So, Anushka, I'm going to start this conversation with a very deep note.
Okay.
Which is, okay, so being in the fashion business, in the model side, do you feel insecurity?
So I just started. So when I went for my first shoot, it was for Ever Youth, and I literally just signed with my agency, and they're like, oh, you got this shoot, and they're like, whatever. It's at 7 a.m. and all. I did my best. I slept early, went and everything. And when I went there, I was super nervous, and they gave me this chair and this whole room. They're like, relax, do whatever you want, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And the minute I sat on the makeup chair, the makeup artist was like, this is your first time? I was like, yeah. So scared. And then I met these other two models, and they were 25, 26, and I was way younger than them. And they were and they knew, they were you're what, 18? I'm like, yeah, I was super young, and they're like, yeah, you can tell. And they were super nice. And when I spoke to the other models, that's when I realized that there's literally nothing to be insecure about. My first shoot was the icebreaker for me. I went there and I did it, and everyone was super supportive and nice. Totally not what I heard. I heard that everyone was just gonna you need to do your work and that's it, and then you just dip. And I was like, okay. But no, it was really nice, and after that I was just there's nothing to be insecure about, because when you speak to the models and everything, everyone's human.
Correct.
And there's just nothing to be insecure about.
I had that similar kind of experience. So before starting the podcast part, I had a YouTube channel where I made these fake accent videos. Wasn't the best experience. I was mocked around it throughout school for that, and felt terrible at that time. But then I was very scared to start another YouTube channel. Felt very insecure about it.
Yeah.
About myself also, that should I be putting myself out again? And then I got into the whole podcasting space thing, and I realized it's really cool space.
Yeah.
Suddenly everything is different, and there's nothing to be afraid of to put myself out there.
And podcasts are so cool, because now, luckily, I'm in Goa, so we can do this in person, but everyone's just doing all this online. People are globally reaching out to each other, and it's so cool, thanks to COVID. Literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks to COVID.
Yeah, that's how I started, So I was waiting for people to come down to Goa before, and they never came down.
Yeah.
Because people come only during vacations, and when they have work, they don't come down. So, and then Zoom happened, everything shifted to Zoom. So I was like, yeah, let's take this to Zoom.
Yeah, I get that.
But I wanted to ask you another completely different question. Okay, to be where you are right now, to feel confident about yourself, what do you do? How do you feel confident? Because there are a lot of people out there who don't feel confident.
So basically, firstly, I just started, literally just started modeling and doing anything I'm doing right now. I've just started it. So I'm not overconfident for sure. I'm not even that confident. But I think being grounded is important. And if you know that, you have your goals and everything, then you just work hard to get that. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And confidence is something that builds over time. The more you do it, every time I do a shoot or anything, I realize that the more I do it, the better I get at it, and the more confident I get. Because if I have a shoot tomorrow, I'll be oh, I'm super confident, I'm fine. But then after the shoot, I'll be wait, now I'm just better. So it's just practice that makes you perfect. It's just that, and confidence just comes within time.
But do you have a preparatory ritual or something that you do before preparing or something? For the whole shoot? What
I do is if I have a shoot, the day before, I will be home. I will not talk to anyone. I'm just on the phone, whatever, that's fine. But I'll be I'm not seeing anyone, whatever. I'm gonna sleep early. Just have a full day to myself. Just be alone in your thoughts. Spend time with yourself. I feel that's very important, because that just gets you closer to who you are. You just feel okay, this is who I am. This is what I think about. And you just get in touch with your emotions and yourself. And that makes you grounded and makes you feel more confident. I don't know, that makes me feel more confident about myself, and because I'm okay, I know what I'm doing, this is what I want, so then I just feel better about myself, and that's where the confidence comes from.
But that is correct, actually. So I'm going to go a bit off topic.
Yeah.
But if you look at spirituality and all, I know quite a few people who actually done these meditative courses where they lock themselves alone for like 2 or 3 days, or they're on like a complete silence course. So like they don't talk to anyone. They are just within their thoughts and all.
Yeah.
So that is one thing which I've noticed. And then, like you said, they managed to find a connect within themselves.
So basically, I also like love drawing and doing like art stuff, and like my room, it's full of like everything is like DIY'd and like done myself. Like I just paint my walls, I'll just paint like a shelf, whatever. I'll just do whatever. And you know, like being an artist, like they say that being an artist is like very lonely. It's like a lonely job because you're just on your own, like in your own creative space. And I'm also a very social person. It's not like I'm like anti-social or anything and I lock myself in. So I like having that best of both worlds. There are days where like I'm out and I'm like chilling and having a great time. And there are days I'm completely locked in and I'm just in my own space. And I like that. You know, people find it very strange. They're like, you know, like one day you're like, you know, like completely there. One day you've disappeared. But I like that.
I want to add to this. I completely feel and understand you.
Yeah.
Because I feel that a lot of times. I'm a very extrovert personality.
Yeah.
But there are so many times where I just feel like being alone, staying at home, not going out for a dinner or a party or whatever. Yeah. I've felt that. And okay, this is a bit odd, but have you felt like quitting social media? There have been so many times.
So many times. Everything, you know, every time something not even related to social media, like a bad thing happens to me, I'm like, that's it, I'm getting off Instagram. Like, and I have deleted my account like several times, like disabled it. And I'm just like, it hasn't helped. Like, it does help a lot of people, but it's never helped me because I've got FOMO. Major FOMO. I can't like not be on social media. So I do download it again in like 2 days.
I've had that experience, you know, during exams, I disable the account and then I feel like I'm missing out a lot. So I just install it again and I tell myself that I'll only use it for like 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work that way. That's why I have to install an external app which locks up Instagram after like the set limit. So I keep a limit of 30 minutes a day. After that I can't access it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I could never do that. I would like
uninstall the app.
Frustrated. Yeah. I would never be able to do it.
I mean, yeah, but that's the cool thing about social media. Okay, this is random again. I actually have this thing, I don't know why, in 15 years, probably in 10 or 15 years, I'm going to like go off all social media accounts. Just blank out. I don't know why. Because it takes up a lot of my time, I've noticed that.
Yeah, for sure. But also like, I'm so pro digital stuff now because like recently I started, you know, like, so I'm studying fashion.
Correct.
But I just realized that I'm learning so much on my own because everything is on the internet. Literally everything. Like, I was just so fascinated by like animation and I was like, oh, I want to do animation. And like, obviously I'm studying fashion, that's not that related. So I just went on YouTube and like animation for beginners, watched a few videos, like, and just start. That's it. And I learned how to animate. Like, now I know how to do it. Like, obviously, like, you know, basic. But digitally, you know, like now, because of COVID, like again, it's changed so much, like, you know, because those 2 years, like before COVID, like everything was like, you know, in person and all of a sudden everything went digital. And after, like, now that things are back to normal, it's not the same because now the digital platform, like these NFTs and everything, it's insane. Like, literally, like something that I would never even think about like 3 years ago, like that it could happen. And it's just so cool. So I'm totally pro digital, everything about it.
Aren't you scared about it? Okay, I'll tell you one fear which I share a lot. So with everything changing to AR, have you seen Ready Player One?
No.
Okay, Ready Player One, basically they show that everyone goes to this whole VR world, everyone's using VRs and all, and there's like the metaverse which is happening. Right. So what ends up is most people spend a maximum amount of their time in the metaverse and not in the real world. So it's kind of killing real human connection.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid in like 3 decades time it will happen, and then like this podcast will be happening in the metaverse. It will be cool, but then I would be more glad that we're doing it in person and building a real human connection. So do you feel that?
That's true, but like again, the metaverse is really cool. Like, it's so cool. Like, I want to get more into the metaverse. Like right now I haven't like started, I'm just learning about it, the space, but it's so huge. Like, you don't know. Like, it's full of like endless possibilities, and like you don't know what's going on. It's just infinite knowledge. So I'm just figuring that out, and I want to get more into it. So I'm not going to say anything against social media.
I wanted to ask you this then, since you spoke about NFTs and Metaverse and all, do you hold any crypto or anything?
I don't, but I want to become like a digital creator. Like, I want to make my own NFTs and sell them. That's what
That's cool.
Yeah, so I've actually made like a few.
So why aren't you putting it out?
Thing is, like, I'm still understanding the market, because I don't really know how it works. I told my sister that like you and I could like do it together. You're the business side, you be the brains, I'll be like the creator and stuff. You do it, but she's not really interested.
No, I'll tell you why right now would be the best time to put out your NFTs.
Yeah.
Because right now it's trending.
Yeah, exactly.
It will go down very soon. So it's like do you know about the internet bubble, 1999 .com bubble?
No.
Okay, so basically 1999, 2000, basically every company that was launching as a website back then, it was like very new and all, like a .com bubble.
Right.
They used to get like millions of dollars in funding in the Silicon Valley.
Okay.
And one day it happened that the whole markets crashed and only the actual companies that were making proper revenues and all that stuff survived.
Right.
So it was like a dark day and all. So right now what I feel is it's like a .com bubble.
Right.
So it was from 1995 to 2000. So right now it's like a NFT bubble.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting into the space. There are like thousands of crypto coins, I would say. Not all of them are going to survive. So if you put out your NFT now, I'm pretty sure it will work out.
Maybe. Again, like, you think that right now NFTs are trending. Right now it is, and it is going to go down. But I do think it's going to come back up again.
It is. It's going to be like websites. Right now we normalize websites.
Yeah.
Digital art will be normalized.
Because a lot of people still don't know what NFTs exactly are. Or even like the Metaverse, actually. Not just NFTs. The Metaverse itself, people don't actually know what it means. And I think it's just going to take a few like years for people to get educated and for like everyone to know. Where like I think in a few years like they'll be teaching about it in school.
Let's hope that happens.
I think it will.
I'm like a pro Zuck fan. I love Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
I hate the metaverse though. It's like a very weird thing. But I want to come to this. I'm going to go a bit different topic now.
Okay.
So, which is, how do you deal with negative comments? Because I'm pretty sure you've gotten a lot of negative DMs.
A lot
of comments.
So, not just me, but for some reason my family's also got it. Like, my mom and my sister, like, they both are on social media. My dad isn't, but they get a lot of messages for like, like negative. Like, no one wants to message your parents or your sister anything positive, or your friends. They only want to say negative things. It's better to like just ignore it. I don't even look at it. And I don't delete the comments. Like, they all are there on my Instagram. Messages I don't even look actually. But the comments, I do see it, but I don't delete it because I think it's ridiculous. Like, the people, they just say things like, you don't know me, and they want to make statements. So like, it's for like, I'm like, let social media see like what you're saying, bro. Like, you're ridiculous, not me.
But I have actually a creator friend, and it's a she obviously, so she got so many rape threats.
Yeah.
And then they are sending it to her mother also, who's on social media, like you told about. And it's so sad and bad that like, people are literally taking out time from their schedule to comment something negative.
So once like I posted like a bikini picture, and I got like not even one. Like, my friend Marsha's here, so they like wrote like 2 paragraphs, like long paragraphs about like how like I should like not post this, and Marsha actually defended me. I didn't even see
I was going off on the boy.
Yeah, she like went off on him, and she wrote paragraphs, and like later like everyone just told me just delete the comment. I was like, no, because this person has taken out so much time just to like write so much, and like I just want to know like what is going on in this person's mind. Like, why would you think that it would affect me?
So is it still there right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kind of sucks. Do you think it happens abroad also? I feel in India it happens a lot. It does?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would be your advice for people to like deal with these negative comments?
So, firstly, don't read it, and if you do, just know that you're better, obviously. And secondly, to the person writing the comment, don't write it. Everyone's life is hard. No one's life is easy. Literally. And like, I live in Bombay, and like, just when I see like, even like at home, not just me or my friends, like even like at home, everyone's got like their own things to do. School, work, this, that. And everyone's just busy. Like, everyone's got their own lives. Why interfere in someone else's life? Like, everyone's life is hard enough. Mind your own life. That's it.
It's so sad that they're firstly taking out time to consume your content.
Like,
so they're going to see your
make
post.
your life better with like that 15 minutes or that 5 minutes or whatever like time you spend on
Writing the rant.
hating someone, which is a negative thing to do. Like, why would you create this negative vibe when like you can just work on making yourself better?
Or a suggestion to them, instead of like sending out hate messages to someone, what they can do is, if they admire someone, using that time to write a message to someone they admire and saying nice things about them.
Yeah, that's good too.
And that would like help their own mental health.
Exactly. And just, you know, like when like I realize this, like when I'm angry at someone, like I don't like a lot of people. Like it's fine. Like, you know, like it's okay not to like people also. Like, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna waste my time obsessing. I've done that. I'm not saying I haven't. I've done that where I've like wasted my time obsessing. I don't like this person. Sat down with someone saying I don't like this person because of this. But it really didn't help me.
Correct.
Obviously, like maybe it's not good for that person too. But like it really didn't take me ahead, and it won't. Like, it's not gonna help.
Correct.
So might as well just be happy.
You know, I want to come to like a different part. I'm going to move to a different topic now.
Okay.
Which is about self-love. So how do you like make yourself feel nice about yourself?
How do I make myself... Okay. So, basically being alone is a very big part of it. Like I already mentioned, like I love being alone. That is good. And sometimes, like, you know, like I have those days where like I'm like, okay, like, you know, you just wake up and you're like, it's a good feeling, you know, like you have a good feeling. That day I put like a little extra effort. I'll probably, you know, like do something different, like with my outfit or my hair. And like I don't do makeup and all regularly, but like maybe I'll put like lipstick or something. Like I like that just helps. Like I know that it sounds stupid, but it does like make you feel better. And then you just like manifest for your day to feel better. So then it just works through that, you know.
Yeah, you know, even I like that spending time alone a lot.
Yeah.
Because even there are times at night, before going to bed, I'll just like plug in my earbuds and listen to music.
Oh, and my
be
music
alone.
time, yeah, it's very important for me. Like every night, I need like half an hour where I'm just listening to my music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel so good and like relaxed at the end of the day. That
I need it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling. But yeah, I feel like a lot of those things, I want to try doing that, like dressing up well just for myself. I think I will give it a try, you know.
Yeah, you should. It's fun. It feels good.
No, but okay, I know a lot of... Okay, this is not a sexist comment before anyone cancels me out.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
But I've seen like a lot of like girls, they like... I have like a few friends who dress up just for the sake of it. Just like, yeah, in their house, they dress up, they take pictures, then they just shift to their normal clothes and all. So I've seen that, but I've never like felt if it's like a fun thing to do or not.
I mean, like, I do know a lot of girls who do that, and it's nice. It's actually nice that they do that because that's like their way of keeping themselves happy, which is nice. Everyone should be happy. In fact, sometimes when I like need to dress up, I won't dress up because I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. And like when I totally don't need to dress up, even if I'm just going to buy like, I don't know, stationery or something, like, you know, like I buy a lot of stationery, by the way. So like even if I just need to go to the stationery shop, I'll like look really nice and go just because I feel it. And like when I'm supposed to dress up, like if I'm going for dinner or something, I'm just gonna be like, I don't feel it, man, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm very moody, it's always on my mood, but it's nice that girls do that, you know, like they dress up for themselves. And people who dress up for others don't do it.
I'll give that a thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you like buy a lot of stationery for drawing and all that stuff. I wanted to ask you, like, how does it help as a creative escape?
So basically I just draw all the time, like whatever. Sometimes if I'm just like watching something and I see a character, I'm like, okay, this is my new obsession for the month, and for a month I'm just gonna draw that character on repeat. Like I love Marvel, so and Thor is my favorite character. I have like endless Thor drawings all over. Like it's just like some all over my room, it's scratched over just in random books. It's just like I have these phases, and like I just like when I do something, I'm a perfectionist. Like I like things to be like perfect. So the first drawing will obviously be okay, second drawing will be better, and then I just learn more and more, and then I just get really obsessive about it. And that actually keeps me really grounded. Like it keeps me happy because I don't know, I just like it. Like I like being like alone, and then when I see myself improve, and like, you know, obviously every time it gets better and better, it makes me feel like confident about my work, and then I like it.
Yeah. Okay, I have like creative escapes also sometimes. I don't draw, but I write. So, okay, my writing is not very good, so I just keep it to myself. But I have this thing where I write down stuff just for myself. Sometimes I will write down these stories, sometimes I will just write down what's in my mind, etc., etc. And like you said, it helps me keep grounded and it lets me free up my thoughts and emotions.
So, I have a diary. Like, I will show it to you. It's literally just got words, and you won't understand half of it because I like write really fast. But it's like, it's for me. It's like a journal that I keep for me. Like, sometimes when I just have random thoughts and I'm like, okay, I need to remember this, I will just write it down.
Exactly.
So the whole diary is like full of things that no one else will understand except for me, because it's a mess. But it's kind of like my creative space, like thing. Like, even if I have like something to do tomorrow, like I'll just write it down somewhere and no one's ever gonna find it but me, because I know where it is. Like, I mentally compartmentalize my things.
Correct.
But then I also write it down, and then it's like I have my own flow of how I work, and it just works well for me.
Okay, so Anushka, it was really great having you. Do you have any last advice for anyone who's watching this or listening to this podcast?
I think it's super important to be yourself, because so basically I've had like phases where like I've been like different, okay, but now I finally come to terms to like who like I am and what I want, and it takes time, obviously, like, you know, the older you get, and it still changes, obviously, but right now I'm very happy and content, and hopefully the process keeps changing and it's going to be good only.
Okay, it was amazing having you, and I'm really excited to have you again on this show.
Yeah, and also I would like to tell everyone that I did show my diary because my friend didn't believe that there was a diary.
I just wanted to see the crazy shit that's in the diary.
You see it, it's there.
I'm scared.
Awesome.